Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back on a Thursday night. I'll be honest, this is like the first break I've had all day.
Mm.
I have worked almost a 11-hour shift,
Woo.
and then we get to talk about the New Orleans Saints. Saints Block
Yay.
Party podcast. We are almost in April. The countdown to the draft is upon us. All right, excuse me. We all started reaching out to our people. Reached out to Matt Harmon last night. Texted him about the Matt Harmon episode. So that's probably going to hopefully be coming the week before the draft. We reached out to Tony Pauline, have our annual
Mm.
Tony Pauline episode. Our dude Scott said anniversary soon. Yes, 5 years. 5 years.
Woo.
Doing the pod next month is soon upon us. My last trip next Friday, flying to Colorado. Me and Jay have a little
Mm.
day trip. NFL
Oh.
showcase in Boulder. We making moves. It's continuing. See Shador Sanders in person.
What?
See Travis Hunter in person. We just, we doing things, bro. Like and it's crazy. If you would have told us 5 fucking years ago, ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no damn way, bro. Ain't no damn way. Just started a little episode with Tony Pauline. And,
No. So it's funny because we're approaching our 5 year anniversary, and I feel like to cap it off, just feels like the Saints should just do something just crazy, bro.
it's crazy.
Just crazy, bro. Just 5 years, and it has nothing to do with us. So I just like to kind of just work us in it. This is what the whole theme of this podcast is about. Thank you, Scott. Our dude Mitch in Hawaii said, "Y'all, I'm so proud of y'all guys, man. Much love,
Mitch.
Mitch. Proud, got we got like 29 concurrent viewers on right now. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, that Colorado trip, that trip to Dallas, trip to Mobile, trip to Indianapolis, patreon.com/Saints Block Party.
For real.
Please.
Please. Subscribe, like. Hey, we
All
just
that
hit,
shit.
matter of fact, we just hit 1,800 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's get to 2,000, man. So if y'all not
Come on.
subscribed, just hit the button. Just hit subscribe. Hit the like.
Subscribe.
Come on,
That's
man.
it. That's it.
Oh, no? That's it.
So, I tweeted this 5 days ago. Came with, again, if you're not in the Discord, you're not a Patreon, blah, blah, like, those are the people who get it first, but really put it out there to our Discord first and then, talked about it on Twitter. And I was careful how I worded it because I didn't want to come out, but, I referenced the video from Cam Ward at the Sugar Bowl, and I just basically said, like, basically just what I heard, that the team would potentially want to make a move up for Cam Ward in the draft, right? Fast forward 5 days later, everything that I reported, everybody at the Miami Pro Day, you had Mickey Loomis there, you had the whole Saints contingent there,
Whole contention.
whole contingent there. I'm going to be careful how I say this, but I 100% believe, and it's what I've heard, it's not what I just believe, the New Orleans Saints are fiending like a drug addict to come away with a quarterback, first round quarterback, top 10 quarterback in this draft. In this draft.
Mm. Fiending like a
Can I get a Cam Ward? Can I get it? And I think even if they strike out and I do think they do have like a breaking point with the Titans where if their asking price is at a certain level, I think they'll have a point where they just will be like, hey, we're good. And then, but I think even now we're not 100% confirmed, but good friend and source been trying to confirm it that maybe they might be even willing to go up to number 2 with Cleveland so that they could get Shador and jump in front of the Giants so they could draft Shador.
Mm.
Fiending. And it's funny
Fiending.
to me in 2 ways. One, how you feeling this bad for a quarterback in the draft when just a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, you brought Derek Carr back? Like, but in a way, doesn't it, what's the vision, bro? This really is the What's the Vision 2025 episode, really.
It really is, bro. Like, running back 2024, what's the vision 2025? Like,
bro.
but it's like, it begs the question, like, so why go through all this with Derek Carr? Or another question is the fact that Derek Carr wants out, is that influencing their fiendishness?
I don't think
So
so,
either.
though. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Like the Saints organization are the biggest vibe team, bro. There's no long term. Like it's like what's in the moment. What is right in
Such
front
in
of
the
us.
Such an in the moment team, bro.
Justin Cash, shout out to the $5 super chat.
Oh, thank you.
What percentage do you give the Saints? Do you give the Saints on trading up for Ward? That's tricky to answer because
Yeah.
I think they've already tried. Like I think those conversations with Tennessee have already taken place.
Hmm.
In terms of it actually happening, I don't even know if I want to give a percentage of that. I think I will say that I am 95% sure that they will try almost everything in their power to try to go up into 1 within reason. The within reason is very subjective.
Oh, you talking about like Saints reasoning or?
How about that?
Because Saints reasoning is very different than normal reasoning.
Within reason. It's very interesting that Adam Schefter report came out. Excuse me. Right after the Cam Ward Pro Day. By the way, if you are not a Patreon, if you're not a YouTube member, Ryan and I are doing the Cam Ward Prospect of the Week episode this weekend. Patreon only. We diving deep into Cam Ward. To be fair, I've not watched a lot of Cam Ward because there has been no reason for me to watch Cam Ward.
I watched a little bit. I was like, ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
So I think I am positive they'll make every effort that they can to try to move up to 1. And I think you hit on it, and I want to say maybe it was the Shador Prospect of the Week episode. I don't know if this is the driving force completely, but I think it's important to know that this love affair that they have for Cam Ward had their grade on Cam Ward was in way before Kellen Moore even was hired as head coach. Like this was a scouting grade that they had on Cam Ward before they had the head coach in place. So this is this came from Jeff Ireland from the start, right? The sins of the past. The sins of the past. You talked about it on that Shador Sanders episode, Prospect of the Week. When he was the GM of the Dolphins, he picked Jake Long over Matt Ryan.
Yep.
He goofed. He made the wrong pick. Let's think back to the last quarterback prospect that he graded highly. Him and Sean Payton had super graded highly on his board. 2017. What did they do? These hands, they sat on them.
Sit on them. Let the board come to you.
Patrick Mahomes. They didn't go up and get him. So I'm not saying that that's a driving force, but I work with people all the time, and I understand the human psyche You cannot tell me that's not in the back of Jeff Ireland's mind. Damn, I fucked it up. I messed it up with Matt Ryan. Shit, I sat on my hands with Patrick Mahomes. If he feels that Cam Ward is really good, I'm not saying Matt Ryan outside. I'm just saying really good. Whatever really good is. There's gonna be this internal drive to be like, I can't let this happen again to me and the team. I gotta go get the guy.
No question. And look, we talk about a team that will trade a future first to go get a developmental small school defensive end.
Nigga, they traded a future first round pick for Mark Ingram for a running back, Ryan.
For a running back. For a running back. You talking about a team that, made future picks, traded future picks just to get like extra picks in the draft for 2022 and didn't even really know exactly who they were going to draft. You know what I'm saying? So this shouldn't be a surprise.
No.
Now, I will say this. I'm still of the believe it when I see it mindset when it comes to quarterback. Because, like I said, like we talked about plenty of times, Saints have not drafted a first round quarterback in over 40, longer than I've been alive. And I'm old. Longer than I've been alive, they have not. The only team in the NFL that has not taken a quarterback in the first round in that stretch of time. And every year it's, they love Patrick Mahomes, or oh yeah, they like this guy, like Michael Penix, Jr. They try to trade up, blah blah. It's always I tried to trade up. Oh, it was right there. Oh, it's Mac Jones. Try to get Mac Jones. Who else? It's every year. It's always somebody. Do it. I got to see it to believe it for them to make it happen. And look, it's not on them. Like, it's out of their control, especially
Right.
trying to move up to one. I mean, it's literally up to Tennessee. It's up to Tennessee. I think what we've seen so far is, just read the tea leaves. You can tell Tennessee likes Cam Ward a lot. They really like him, and probably are going to draft him. But it's not that love affair. It's not that.
There it is.
It's not that this is our franchise quarterback. This guy's going to take us to the promised land. Because if it was that, he wouldn't even be working out with the Chicago Bears. He would have been told. He would have got that message from the Titans, like, look, we drafted you at number 1, buddy.
It's over.
Chill, rest your nerves, chill, and we'll see you on draft day. You know what I'm saying? That's what would have been. So right now it's still kind of up in the air. So they're listening, but I do think the offer will have to be substantial. They're gonna make you pay.
And the crazy thing is that offer changed like within the last 2+ weeks. That changed. Like which is hilarious because I heard the person that was leading the charge was Dave Ziegler, Ryan. He said, "Oh,
I know these niggas.
Hey, buddy, remember me?" He said, "Oh, Mickey. Oh, I just seen this thing get fleeced in trades for 2 years. Wait, hold on, Mike. Let me cook.
I got this. I got this one.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mick. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna need three first round picks. If you like it's which is hilarious because like Mickey just hired him like 2 years ago, bro.
Crazy.
Oh,
Crazy.
That shit's hilarious.
Now look, man, we talking about a team that was about to give up 3 for Deshaun Watson a couple years ago.
Come on, bro.
Give up 3 and pay him a gargantuan amount of money.
So which is why people are like, no, their Saints aren't willing to trade up to number 1. Like, are you dumb? Like, are you really dumb?
This team?
What? Have you met him?
So have you met these people?
So the reason why we're really having this pod, right? Someone asked in the chat, like, if they don't trade up, if they strike out on Ward and Sanders, are they even thinking about drafting Dart at 9? I haven't gotten that indication at all. Like at all. Dart does have his pro day tomorrow. But I just
I
haven't got
think
that
they
indication.
think they're having dinner with him tonight or tomorrow or something like that. The Saints.
Just haven't got that indication. Um but I just wanted us to have like because this has been the
Whew.
the thing that's
Topic
been
du
going
jour.
on. Should they
Lord,
do?
Discord
Oh
has
my
been
god!
talking about this for
It's not just
5 days straight. Everybody,
Discord,
yeah.
Saints report, everywhere you turn. This has been the debate, and I'm not. I understand. I understand both sides. I do. I understand both sides. So that's why I wanted to have this podcast to kind of just let's
Flush
talk
it
it
out.
out. Let's talk it all out. Talk it all out. Let's talk about like me and you both used to listen to the podcast conspiracy theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it
Oh
does
yeah.
okay. Just I should say like it doesn't sound as like batshit crazy as it probably sounds when I say it. Like it actually is like well done and whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
it was light work conspiracy theories,
yeah, it
Yeah.
was like the Bermuda Triangle, and then
Yeah.
they gave like different theories and they worked through them. Like it's not like Joe Rogan conspiracy theory
Yeah.
bullshit.
Q, all that shit. No.
No, but I kind of wanted like to do like the same thing, right? So like the first thing you like, let's start with the first. Like let's go down the list. So start with the first one. Why would the Saints do the trade up this year in a weak quarterback class? They can just wait till next year in a much stronger quarterback class, and then just draft the quarterback next year and just focus on filling needs that they need this year.
You asking me?
No, I'm just saying that's
I
what
mean,
people.
well, it doesn't make sense because one, you don't know where you're gonna be picking next year, and if you're not in that range, that means you would have to trade up, which you try to do this year. And if the quarterback class is better next year, that means the price will be even steeper.
Or if the quarterbacks are better next year, that means people don't trade. They don't. They're not going to trade them.
They're not going to trade it at all. Like it's just
They're not going to. They're not going to. They're literally just not going to trade them. Like,
it
and
won't be a price.
I used the example last year. The Raiders tried like hell to trade. Try to get the Commanders to trade off the pick for Jayden Daniels. Click, click,
Yeah.
click. The Giants tried to trade with the Patriots to get them off the pick for Drake May.
Nope.
Click, click, click. So you're banking on one being a soothsayer and a fortune teller to tell the future, and you're banking on a team picking top 3, top 5 that already has a quarterback in place that they're not going to need a quarterback, and then the Saints going to be able to trade up with them to go and then also like you're also banking that then like another team won't outbid the Saints to go like it's like do you know how many like pieces of the
Too
puzzle
many
would have
variables. Yeah, it's too many variables.
what like people make it seem so like oh no they just wait like it's not it literally is not that simple.
It's just not. It's just not.
So then the thing is, and I think this is one that you kind of understand is like the team has so many holes that they need to address the holes, build a stronger team, and like not and like they're not in a place where they need to draft a quarterback.
Right, right. And that's a common one. And one I agree with for the most part. I wouldn't say I die on that hill, but like I can really understand that point of view because there's a certain line there. You know what I'm saying? Where okay, first you have to look at the QB prospect you're trying to get. What are their strengths and weaknesses? What kind of quarterback am I getting? Am I getting a win with or win because of type of quarterback? You know what I'm saying? And with my current roster and the way my plan is set up now, my roster is set up now, is this roster good enough to support? Because I don't care how really good the quarterback prospect is. When they're a prospect and they're young and they're rookies, they need to be supported. It's rarely, very rare they're going to come and just knock the socks off. You know, yeah, we saw JD5 come in and do it. I've been watching football, but I've never seen a rookie season like JD5. Like it was
Him,
like
RG3.
his was even more impressive than RG3 to me
It was.
because
It
of
was.
how he performed. Like it was just the coolness, the way he
Mm-hmm.
adjusted through games, just the intelligence. I've never seen nothing like it. You're just not gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nope.
that is just such an outlier. So you can't even like expect that. So like you just you're hoping that your roster can support. And man, the Saints roster, like every time I look at it, I'm like, ooh, it's rough. It's rough. It's not terrible. It's not like the worst roster in the league, but man, it's rough. And it's and by trading up, you have less resources to build around that quarterback. So you pretty much asking the quarterback to come in, a potential quarterback to come in and support this roster that improvements aren't coming around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not coming quickly. Maybe they will eventually, but man, it's a risk. So I understand that. But on the flip side, you hit that quarterback right, and you hit that lottery ticket right. I mean, it just rises the tide. I mean, players that you question start looking a little better. Wide receivers start looking a little bit better. The offensive line start looking a little better. You really start to be able to really evaluate your
You're right.
roster properly. You know, so it's one of those things that's just kind of give and take, depending on who you're going to get. Is Cam Ward that guy? Is he that guy? You
So
know?
like I did this last night. I said like for me it's like they have been trying like these are the holes.
Ooh. Ooh. Mm.
B- They need they need to
Flag.
build they need to
African
build
flag. Jamaican flag.
they need to build the other holes on the team before like that's what they've been doing trying to been doing since 2020 people.
So it's like, oh, we can't give up, two extra first round picks. Like you don't want to
You
give up Peyton Turner and Cesar Ruiz, like for a quarterback.
for a quarterback. And y'all try and I said in the Discord last night, like Brian Bresee, you could argue probably should be more of a yellow, right? Nick
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Salaverde should be a red. So like what like and I get it, right? Because then it's like, well, if you trade but what I've noticed when people talk about this, everyone talks about the trade up as if Cam Ward is going to be a bust. No one ever
Right.
really talks about it as if like he actually hits, right?
Right.
No one talks about that. No one says like
Right.
because if he hits and you're giving up 2026 first round pick, 2027 round first round pick, I can guarantee you if he hits, it literally becomes man, fuck those picks. Like you don't
We good.
good. Like
Good over there, baby. Day
so
two. Let's go.
like yeah, there's an emphasis that you got to hit on the day two picks. You got to hit on day three. But my point is like oh we got to build up the team. Like they got to build up the hole, fill the holes, and they've been trying to do that. It has not worked. It literally has not worked. That's an indictment on like the 2023. Me and Dante talked about this during the Big Tail Pro Day. I probably will change Brian Bresee to a yellow. Arguably one of the worst Saints draft classes of all fucking time.
Terrible, bro. Terrible, bro.
You could
Oh,
argue Nick Salaverde should be red. Kendre Miller, honestly, should probably be red until he shows different. And Brian Bresee probably should be yellow. An all-time awful draft class. You look at 2020, if Zach Bond is holding that bitch up like Captain America did when he was trying to pull the helicopter down, because he like I know Jeff Ireland was like, I told y'all niggas he was good. I told y'all niggas he was good. Not my fault he didn't get the coaching.
and he green, but he wasn't green for us. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's just going back 5 drafts. You go back further than that, it don't get no better.
That's what. But so that's what. What
Um,
I people I get it. I understand. Like there's this. NFL teams, NFL teams and fans. I will say this: the 2026 first round pick, I'm like, kiss that bitch away. 2027, that one I understand. Because then you got Jeremiah Smith, you got Ryan Williams. I get that one. I understand the hesitancy of that one, right? Because that could be a top 5 pick. That could be Jeremiah Smith. That could be Ryan Williams. I understand it.
Right. And here's the thing, like it's a risk. It's a gamble
Yeah.
because like you said, what if Cam hits? Also, what if he don't? What if he gets injured? Or whatever.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that 20, especially that 2027 pick, that's what gives you your ability to bounce back. To, okay, we made the wrong pick with Cam Ward or whatever. Now we can bounce back. Now we can turn it around. That's why it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be if you draft a quarterback like top 5 overall, they're a bust. That sets your franchise back for like 5 years. Like it just sets you back. It doesn't happen no more.
Unless you're the fucking 49ers.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen anymore really because you got the rookie wage scale. You're not paying these big salaries anymore. So usually, it's like, okay, we bust, we wasted 2 years. Now we're picking top 5 again. So let's go draft another quarterback. And you just move on. But when you trade like your next 2 future picks, it's like you better hit on that quarterback. Because if you don't, you can't even recover in the next 2 years. You can't even go back to the draft and try the quarterback again, or at least draft some, blue chip talent or something like that. So that's the risk. It's a risk. And it's okay to, like sometimes you got to take chances if you want to win, man. Like sometimes you got to go for it, bro. Like that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, look, we haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round in my lifetime. So if we're gonna do it, like let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Is it gonna be scary? Is it gonna be risky? Is it gonna be a gamble? Yeah, all that, man. But we talking about football. This is a game, man. Like you're not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So like it's gonna be all right.
Like people treating it like it's life and death and shit. Like, oh my god.
You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Just see how it play out. It'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting.
Mark said, this is so very a great statement. The team is screwed far more in the long term without without Cam Ward than with.
That is true. That's a good one.
Facts. Shout out to Justin. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Leaderners, $9.99 super chat.
Oh,
we would not even be having this conversation if we took Lamar over Davenport. Yeah, go back and listen to our what is it? Like we did an episode of like kind of like what went wrong with the Saints way back when, of like what caused the team to be set back for seasons. That was like the 2018 draft was really the thing that really set them back.
Oh yeah. And look, here's another positive. If you go trade up for Ward and let's say he's just really good, just really good. Maybe not generational, nothing like that, but just gives you really good quarterback play.
Let's say he's. I feel like this would be divisive. Let's say that he's the good version, like the 90% good version of Jordan Love.
That's a really good one right there. Like to me, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like if Jordan Love, what we saw like the year before, you know what I'm saying? Like the year before when he burst on the scene, he started getting it. Like imagine you getting that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
consistently.
Like that's good. You can work with that. We can work with that. And here's the thing. You're not paying Derek Carr or whatever veteran 40, 50, 60 million a year. Now you're able, yes, you don't have the draft capital that you gave up, but now you're able to start to get your economics together. You start to get your salary cap together because you're not wasting all that money on the quarterback position. So now you can, you're gonna have to build your roster a different way. You got to think outside the box. The Rams went damn near like what 7, 8 years without a first round pick.
Yep.
They focused on their day 2 and day 3 picks. They used some of their day 2 and day 3 picks to trade for players, trade for veterans, because sometimes, okay, with a second round pick, maybe you can get a decent starter or not, but with a second round pick, sometimes you could trade for like a great player,
Right.
a great player that's going through contract issues with their team or whatever. Shoot them a second round pick. So you just gonna have to think creatively on how you have to build your team, and it's gonna take some scouting. It's gonna take some good pro scouting and all that stuff. Do the Saints have the? Because here's the flip side to the argument of, oh well, the Saints been shitty at picking players anyway, so they may as well trade them. The flip side is they're gonna have to get real good at picking players if they trade those picks away, because they're gonna be picking in the second and the third round,
Third
fourth
round.
round, and gonna have to find starters in those rounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's the flip side, which makes it a gamble, like a big gamble.
It is. Brandon Reese said it's time to stop relying on mid-round quarterbacks. It's not even just mid-round quarterbacks. It's just at some point you have to the whole trying to be like trying to go the route of like at some point like you can't be like, okay, we're gonna go Andy Dalton, we're gonna go Jameis Winston, we're gonna go Derek Carr. Like you have to go and get your guy. You gotta go get your guy. Full period. Like you just gotta go get him. And whatever the outcome is, and that's like I don't know what the outcome's gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna be able to trade up to 1. I don't know if they're gonna be traded to 2. I will at least say I respect that there's some level of like, okay, we've been hard on them for not being able to have that kind of that self scouting ability to like. Last year they tried to trade up for Michael Penix. So that told me like, hey, they saw like, hey, we need a quarterback. Fast forward, very next year, they're back in the same thing where it's like, we need a quarterback, right? They see it. Now, will it come to fruition? We'll see. The other thing I kind of want to talk to you about, 2 things. I'll start with the first thing. So let's say they strike out or train up to number 1. They can't get Cam Ward. So Daryl said if Shedeur gets past the Giants, do you think they will trade up? If Shedeur gets past the Giants, I don't know if they need to trade up.
Right. I think he's falling like a brick.
A brick, bruh. A brick.
I'm trying to think who would trade up besides us. Who would trade up to go get him?
For Shedeur, if he gets past the Giants, I can't.
Only team I can't get a read on with Shedeur is the Jets.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they would draft him, but I have no inkling about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mitch said the Steelers. Do you realize how much the Steelers like would have to?
Ooh. Oh man.
I'm about to throw in like a member of Mike Tomlin's family in the trade, bro. Like, so let's say they can't trade up to 1. Like I kind of said earlier at the beginning of the podcast, there's like, musings. One of the McCourty twins, don't know which one said it on the first take, that maybe the Saints maybe want to trade up to 2 and get in front of the Jets, or excuse me, get in front of the Giants for Shedeur. I get wanting to trade up to 1 to get Cam Ward. Get it?
I do.
Completely. Wanting to trade up to 2 for Shedeur?
Yeah. Boy, it's Shedeur to me for me, he's just not that prospect.
Nah, bro.
You go
No.
Because here's the thing with Cam Ward. At least with him, you could see the potential of a guy who you could win because of.
Yes.
You can see the potential there. Will he be that? Don't know, but he has the traits of a guy of some of the Patrick Mahomes. Not saying he will ever be Patrick Mahomes. He
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
be,
Yeah, yeah.
but those traits that like, okay, this dude has some of the creativity that could do those things. Sanders is in that. I was listening to DJ and Greg talking about it, and DJ had like these great analogies how he puts quarterbacks in certain families. Like there's the Patrick Mahomes, Brett Favre, Josh Allen
Mm-hmm.
family. These creative quarterbacks, physical, big arms that could
Yeah,
do
yeah.
different things. And then there's like the Joe Burrow family, the
Mm.
processes, the accurate passes. Joe Burrow, Drew Brees, Brock Purdy, Peyton Manning, all those guys, different families, and Sanders is in that family. He's like in that
You
Burrow
know what?
type family.
You know what's funny? Just going back to that thing real quick though. J- just because it was a pet peeve of mine. I feel like getting back to like scouting. I think that's the like just going back to whole 2017. People thought that Mahomes was just in that category of
Right.
just like they saw him nothing of just you're just this, but they kind of like trivialize how much of a pocket passer
Exactly.
processor he really was. Because if you like
Right.
really go back and you watch his Texas Tech film, you take away like him winning outside the pocket and all that. He wanted to win from the pocket by like dissecting teams from the pocket. Like yeah, he has a fucking bazooka of an arm, but
Right.
like how he won was from the pocket, whatever. So anyway, but
Yeah.
yes, Shador is
But
100%
like,
in
but
that.
like, there are some there's quarterbacks that are win with a lot of creativity, where
Yes,
there's some that win within the structure of the game. You know what I'm saying? And Shadur is
yes,
kind of a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Some are the upper echelon like Joe Burrow, and some are towards that bottom like
yes,
Brock Purdy or whatever. And
yes,
Shadur Sanders is kind of like there, that Brock Purdy. It's
absolutely.
like you need team to support that. Like, you need a lot of team to support that. You need good wide receiver, good O line, good everything, good tight ends, good everything to support that. So like trading away picks to go get Shador, I feel like cutting off your nose to spite your face. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
just, but, 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 you would get Derek Carr out the building, bro.
that's a great soul. Like, that's
Like you keep bringing
told me put.
you keep bringing that up. It's like okay,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
okay.
I'll
And it,
take it.
what I would find very fascinating and interesting. Justin said, "Do we even want Derek Carr in the same building as our future face of the franchise?" Fuck
No,
no,
no, I don't want that loser shit nowhere near.
no,
Get it away.
no,
Ugh. Ugh.
no,
Get it away.
no. What I would be fascinated to know is the price the
Yes,
cost difference of trading up to one as opposed to trading up to two.
that's what I want to know. That's what
Because
I want to know.
then it's like, all right, if we love Ward, I've said this on our Prospect of the Week episodes, the only first round or sorry, the only first round grade that they have on a quarterback is Cam Ward. So it's not news. So they be drafting Shador like around higher than what they have a grade on him, which probably is not the greatest thing, but I digress. But if I were to tell you, and I don't know this, but if I were to tell you, you could maybe keep 2027 first round pick and give up like 9 in 2026 first round pick to trade up to 2 to get Shador, as opposed to like including 2027 to go up to 1 and get Ward, does that change your processing a little bit?
I'd do it. Like I said, I wouldn't like it, but I'd do it. I think, like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't cry about 2026 first round pick. That's all I'm saying. Like it's like okay, I wouldn't cry about it, especially if I could keep. I want to keep most of my picks this year.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's
Like if
the
I'm
thing.
James in the chat said I'd rather add the 2027 to get Cam. I get it, bro.
I get yeah,
Can't Cam make it? Can make it move, bro?
yeah.
Like I
But
haven't
but
watched
what if
him.
but what if you can't? Like what if the Tennessee just like no, we're not
Yeah,
doing it. You know. So I wouldn't mind. I'd do it. Like I'd do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd give up 26, especially if I could keep my 2025 picks. I need my 20. I need my 40. I need my
I need
71.
71.
I need it, bro. Need it.
So this is the other thing I want to talk about. As we, kind of wrap up a little bit. Why does it
Oh,
not
don't
have the
forget
time?
that. Don't forget to add.
We don't have any. That's only was like a week, I think. They're only doing
Really?
them like
Oh shit.
yeah. I'll double check. Oh, they moved the time. That's weird. I don't like that. It used to be at the bottom. Um, one thing that's just grating me, and I know people are just like using the Bears Panthers trade as a template. The amount of people in the fan base that are putting Chris Olave
No.
in these trade proposals. Yeah, we're going to trade up to number 1 and draft Cam Ward, a rookie quarterback who needs all the support that he needs. But yeah, we're going to make his starting receivers be Rashid Shaheed and Brandon Cooks. This is not. And then people are like, "Well, what are you throwing a shot at Rashid Shaheed for?" It's like, motherfuckers, this is not a shot at Rashid Shaheed. And like Wayne said, did you not just see the Panthers? Like the Panthers traded DJ Moore and then just spent 2 drafts. They drafted Jonathan Mingo, and then in the very next draft they drafted Xavier Lilligant. So they traded a weapon and then spent 2 drafts trying to recoup that weapon, and they signed Adam Thielen in free agency
Yeah.
to try to get weapons for the young quarterback. Do you not? So going back to the whole JD5 thing with Jaden Daniels talking about the Commanders or CJ Stroud, these teams didn't trade up to get these quarterbacks, but part of the reason that helped their growth and their growth were stunted is that they came into a situation that they had a Nico Collins, they had a Terry McLaurin, that they had a guy that they could go to, and
Right.
we haven't been able to see that version of Chris Olave because he hasn't had an upper echelon quarterback to play with.
Can you imagine with Cam Ward? Cam Ward like to throw over the middle too? Come on, man.
I'm telling you, I will guarantee you, if the Saints traded up 2-1 and drafted Cam Ward, Chris Olave would have the season similarly, kind of like maybe the production's not across like exactly the same, but similar blow up season that Nico Collins had when CJ Stroud got drafted to the
Yep.
Texans. Because if you
100%.
look at Nico Collins' season prior to CJ Stroud, he had lesser numbers than Chris Olave did when he was playing with Andy Dalton and
Right.
Jameis Winston. So he's shown it. So it's like Ben said, a word to Olave with feed families. Niggas, y'all don't even know, bro.
For real, man. For real.
So it's
No,
like y'all
I get that there's a question about Olave with the health though. Like I get the
100%.
I get the health thing, but it's just even before last year though, man. Like people just got this. Not everybody, but just like a certain section of the fan base just got like this nastiness with Olave that I
It's
just don't
weird,
understand.
bro. It's
Like
so
you talk about
weird.
a rookie wide receiver that came in and produced like starting week 1 of his rookie year, like produced, looked good. Are there little holes in this game you could pinpoint? Yes, but like look good playing with Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston, like Derek Carr, look good, man, making plays. It's like sure, would I like more touchdowns from him? But Pete Carmichael 1 year, then next year we got Kubiak, and it's like come on, man. Like at least can we see him with Kellen Moore? See what Kellen Moore got cooking for him. You know what I'm saying? Let's see him what he do with Kellen Moore. Let's see if he can stay healthy. You got 1 more year on this deal. Then you got the 50 option that has to be decided by May 1st, I believe.
Yeah, May
You
1st.
know, let him play this year out. If he has a great year, okay, you got him on a 50 option. You can decide to extend him. If for whatever reason you want to move, you could trade him in 2026, or you could let him just play out the 50 option and just prove it another year or whatever. At least give you the option. But to trade him like right now would be like the worst time because one, his value is kind of low because he's coming off injury, so you're not going to get full value for him. And you're losing like your most productive wide receiver, which is like the biggest thing. It's like, what are you doing?
And like you're losing your most productive wide receiver, but you're also hurting and potentially stunning the growth of
Growth.
your rookie quarterback that you just invested potentially 3 first-round picks in. Like we've had Matt Harmon on this podcast last year, one of the receivers that gets open in the NFL at an elite rate, gets open is Chris Olave. Is that not a beneficial weapon and tool that if they were to go out and get a rookie quarterback, whether it's Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, whoever, do you not know how much of a safety blanket that is for someone who's like, yo, I know that if shit, whatever, more than likely, high percentage that 12 is going to be open somewhere. I know I can maybe look and find 12 and he's going to be open. But people are wanting to like ship that out. And then like the receiver room may be Shaheed, Cooks, Bub Memes, Dante
But
Pettis,
let's go, baby.
a
Equinemius
receiver,
St. Brown.
a receiver that they may draft in like round 2 or round 3, and then you're banking on that receiver being good.
When you have one that's already shown it,
Oh my god! It just
it's
and
still on a rookie deal.
it makes my head hurt, bruh. It makes my head hurt. I just don't want. It just makes my head hurt.
Even the Saints Twitter account tweeted out as Chris Olave highlight today. That was like even it's like because it's just crazy. It's like come on now.
um anything else?
Saints
I
still
guess
got like 30 million in cap space.
it's crazy. And they in the take they there's still no word on that Taysom Hill pay cut.
No word.
None. Crickets.
Now a lot of people been talking about like throwing in Derek Carr into the trade, the potential trade up, which is interesting. Now there's the whole thing with you would have to do it after June 1st, so you couldn't really do it. You
I mean,
could do it.
you could, but it's like it becomes like an NBA trade where it's like it's weird because like you could do it, but like he can't officially like be traded then, or it's like a like I guess the pick part of the trade could be done, and
Yeah,
then it's like said like, hey, the Derek Carr part is like gonna happen, but it won't be official until
yeah,
June 1st. Basically,
right,
it would have to be done that way.
right. And of course, he would have to waive his no trade clause, which is
Thanks,
just
Saints.
just pisses me off every time I think about
Thanks, Dennis and Mickey.
it. So I think, honestly, I do think even if it did happen, the Cam Ward trade or Shador trade, I don't think Derek Carr would be included in the trade. But I do think it would increase the likelihood of him being moved at some point. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like being
I don't know,
released or
man.
traded or whatever.
It I, maybe Tennessee would want him because if Tennessee's moving to 9, that means that they would probably be out the quarterback market unless they went
Hmm.
crazy and went like dart at 9. Like I think
Yeah.
they would be out the
Or
quarterback
Kirk
market
Cousins.
or something. Who knows?
Because it sounds like Kirk Cousins is waiting until after the draft because he
Smart.
wants to confirm, that the team doesn't draft somebody. Um, But yeah, with I just don't like if somebody asks me the percentage of like what I think Tennessee would do, it's still low to me because I just don't think Tennessee wants to move that far down. Like
That's
I
there it is.
think I think they would be more likely to trade with the Giants or something like that because they'll still be in the range of getting Travis Hunter or Carter or whatever, maybe even Shador. Um, But I don't think they would like move to 9, bro. Like
Like
you miss
that
out
got
on all the elite players.
they move like to move to 9. That tells me that they got an offer from the Saints that they couldn't refuse, and that would
Yeah.
be terrifying.
Boy, when we see that cause hit, oh, gonna put that Ricky Williams trade to shame, boy.
Oh, hold on, do I have it? Let's see. Uh,
What? Ricky Williams trade?
no. This
That shit was just not just.
oh my god,
Florida leap pop up, boy.
bro! My pat, my pass out, bro. Somebody might pass out on the live stream, bro.
And I just know I'm gonna see. I know I'm gonna see that Florida lead that night, bro. I just know it, man. Maybe not at 1, but they, them niggas there, bro.
It might not be a 1 because I think I think Dave Ziggler trying a little too hard, bro. Like I think he tried a little too hard to take Mickey to town, and Mickey like, think I don't know who you think you are, but two is interesting to me.
Yeah, it is because it's like, and I don't know the Browns' plans really. But the
Right.
one thing that keeps sticking with me is Miles Garrett was on some podcast after he had signed that big deal,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about how they made him feel comfortable because they told him the plan that they have going forward. And he's like, the plan made him real happy. It's like everybody was just speculating, like, oh, they getting Shador, or they getting Cam Ward, or they getting Kirk Cousins or whatever. We don't know. But I just keep thinking about that. Like, what do they have planned at the quarterback position? It ain't Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? That's not the plan.
Nope.
So it's like, Russell Wilson? He's gone to the Giants. Aaron Rodgers, they had no connection with the Browns and Aaron Rodgers whatsoever. So I don't know. I don't know what that plan is. So, but I mean, if it's Kirk Cousins, move him down to 9 wouldn't be too bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they want to get picks. Andrew Barry is a very analytics type, get the picks type guy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he would look at it like, man, let's just get all the picks for next year we can, because next year
Right.
come around, Deshaun Watson, we get him out of here, and we can go get our quarterback next year. I don't know.
Because the way you would have to look at it if you're the other teams on this other side of things, that if you're not the Saints, if you're the Titans, if you're the Browns, is that you would have to bet on this. You would have to bet against the Saints, just like Howie Roseman did.
Exactly.
You say, okay, you come up and you get your quarterback. You come up and you get your Cam Ward. You come up and you get your Shador Sanders. The GM is still Mickey Loomis. So even if you have the quarterback in place, even if you have the head coach in place, I know y'all gonna fuck it up somehow anyway.
Right.
So
And look, and NFL teams grade every other NFL team. They have a grade on every player, on every player that's on the Saints roster, and they probably look at their roster like, ooh. I mean, the Vegas Lions just came out. The Saints have 5.5. 5.5, bro. Lower than last year. Last year there was at least 7.5. 5.5, bro. Wins.
you taking the over or under on that?
I was thinking about that, man.
I'll wait till after the draft and I have a
Yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta let the rest of the offseason play out. Right now, I say they don't take a quarterback. They don't take a quarterback at all this draft, and they draft whoever. I think I might take the under on that, bro. I think I might take the under. I'm just sorry, bro.
Said, hey, these men said, they ain't no Tet. They ain't nobody coming to fix this, bro.
I think they'll win probably 5 games. 6 maybe.
Ooh.
Derek Carr again? A disgruntled Derek Carr? Like, not even a motivated Derek Carr?
If they win 5 or 6 with Carr, I don't know how Mickey survives that, bro. I have no idea how he survives that, man. No idea. No clue.
It give me hope.
Brandon said, if we're going to only win 5 games, we better off with a rookie compared to sticking with Carr. 100% agree. I mean,
Thank
at
you.
that point, just start Spencer to see maybe what
Oh
you
yeah.
got at that
Oh,
point.
absolutely.
TCS said, I have a feeling the Saints may actually one up the Mavs with a possible trade for number 2. No, not that. Like we'll clown Mickey all day long. Like, no, not that bad. That was like a colossal fuck up. Justin said the Browns gonna hang up the phone just because we didn't save them from Deshaun. Well,
We had them. They had them in the bag, bro. Y'all the one came scooped up in there.
yeah.
We gonna guarantee you a whole
Oh,
contract. We gonna
40,
guarantee that.
40 million. Thank,
Ooh.
because this podcast we be talking about who knows at this point, bro. Like,
Bro.
wouldn't be the Saints. Guarantee you that.
Paradise. All type of shit.
uh,
MCU.
uh, as we wrap this up, do you think that it happens? Do you think that they'll trade up to 1, trade up to 2 to get a quarterback?
To 2.
Oh, you froze.
Oh shit, my connection drive. Hold up.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay.
You go.
To 2, to 1, I don't think it happens. I just don't think it happens. I think the Titans are gonna take Cam Ward at the end of the day. That 2 calling me though, bro. That Cleveland Browns. I think that might happen, bro. I don't know why. I can't shake it. I can't shake it, man. I think that might happen for Shador. You know?
You could sell me on like 9 and a 2026 first round pick to 2. Anything more, like maybe throw in a 2026 third. Anything more than that, bruh, for Shador, like I start making some really gross faces. Some really gross faces.
Gross.
Like not 2026 first round pick, 2026 third round pick. They keep 40, they keep 71, they keep pretty much the bulk of their 2025 draft class. I'll even throw you like some filler, 5th round pick in this year's whatever, right? Sure. But you start throwing in, like, if they want like 40, they want 71. Nah. Brandon said, imagine if Goodell gets on the stage and says the Saints and the Titans traded places. Passed out, bro.
Boy.
Because we were talking about it in the Discord, like if we would prefer it to happen before the draft, or like during the draft, for like before the draft, so we could like process it, blah blah blah, or like during the draft, so like it's fresh, give us like the content, blah 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 blah.
I want the emotions. I want the raw emotions, bro. I want to see Dante. I want to see everybody, bro.
Mark, I need you. So just so you know, Mark, I need you to have your Canon camera. Bring it to the meetup, because like mine's gonna be preoccupied with the live stream. So I need you to have your backup camera just in case, and just have it ready. Because if that Florida leak pop up, bruh, go to 1. I might spill my drink, bruh.
A little margarita, bro. Oh Jesus!
But anyhow, we'll see what happens, man. Like we will see what happens. But we have as the draft season, thankfully, is almost close to being over.
Thank God!
Thank God! So ready for this to be over. Been a very fun draft season, but I'm
damn, it's long.
Drafted out. But we will be back this weekend. Speaking of Cam Ward, we're going to do our Cam Ward Prospect of the Week episode. I'm going to, dig in. Are you? What, I'm trying to aim to do it on Sunday, so it gives me Saturday to really dig into him. Sunday morning, really dig into him. Sports Highlight says, "What if it does happen? Should we be expecting the move to happen in the next 2 weeks?" I have no idea, bro. I literally have no idea, no clue. Yeah, so we'll aim to do the prospect of the week for Cam Ward on Sunday morning, our usual time, which is like 7 a.m. Pacific time, which is like 9:30 a.m. Central time. So patreon.com/thinksparkparty, or be a YouTube member when we'll be doing that episode. And then we got a lot of things coming in April. Matt Harmon, a Reception Perception, Tony Pauline, Sports Kita, doing our annual episode talking draft. So we got a lot of content coming. We are going to, me going out representing next Friday, flying out Thursday, flying out to Boulder, Denver, going to be in Boulder for Colorado's Pro Day, NFL Showcase. All 32 teams will be there. The entire Saints contingent, I was told, will also be there. Boop.
Binoculars, camera. Gotta look for Coach Teeps. Who you talking to?
Jake said Matt Waldman win. Oh no, Ryan will reach out. We might save the Matt one for post draft.
Post draft. So we could dig into what we got. You know.
We'll say
Greg
Matt
Cosell,
Yep.
After the draft.
Yep. Greg Cosell post draft, Matt Waldman post draft. Maybe have Ryan reach out to Cynthia Freeland. Maybe we can get her on.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, let's get her on pre-draft. We can kind of go into her stats and stuff. So, anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back Sunday morning. Cam Ward prospect of the week, digging into Cam Ward as a prospect, and we will be back. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.